Have you ever stopped to think about what literally holds us together? Not just, emotionally, but physically.
It's a great question. And often the answer comes back to this one protein.
Exactly.
Uh,
Collagen. People talk about it a lot, often calling it the most abundant protein in our body, kind of like the glue.
It really is the scaffolding, the framework for so much.
But here's the thing, right? As we get older, our bodies naturally, well, slow down making it.
That's the key challenge.
Mhm.
And people start to notice it.
Yeah, maybe it's a little creak in the joints, or skin doesn't feel quite as, I don't know, bouncy. Or maybe it just takes longer to recover after exercise.
Uh-huh. Those are all classic signs that collagen levels might be dipping.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. We want to really get into the world of collagen, go beyond just the surface level chat.
Exploring the different kinds, what they actually do.
Precisely. Their unique benefits, and importantly, how we can maybe nudge our bodies to make more naturally. We're drawing a lot today from the work at Green Time Wellness.
They do some really interesting stuff. Their tagline is great. Harvesting wellness, one herb at a time.
Love that. Okay, let's unpack this then, because when we say collagen, it's easy to think it's just, one single thing.
But it's not. Not at all.
It's more like a family, right? With different members doing different jobs.
Exactly. The sources really emphasize that. It's actually this whole group of proteins, and they're quite specialized. Not all collagen is created equal, as you said.
So understanding the different types is pretty crucial then.
Oh, definitely. It's fascinating biologically, but practically. It helps you figure out how to support specific areas of your health. Much more strategic.
Okay, walk us through them. Where should we start?
Let's start with the big one, type I. This is probably the one most people think of first.
Skin, hair, nails, that kind of thing.
You got it. Skin, tendons, bones, connective tissue, it's everywhere. The benefits are what you'd expect, promoting that youthful, elastic skin.
Stronger nails, shinier hair.
Exactly. And bone health, too, which is vital. For sources, you're looking at things like marine collagen, good old bone broth, and even egg whites.
Okay, type I, got it. What's next?
Next up is type 2. This one shifts the focus squarely onto joints and cartilage.
Ah, so this is for, mobility and comfort.
Precisely. It's found mainly in cartilage. Its job is supporting joint flexibility. It can help reduce inflammation.
And potentially help with things like arthritis symptoms.
Yes, the evidence suggests it can be beneficial there. Best source? Chicken cartilage is a big one, or chicken bone broth.
Makes sense. All right, type 3.
Type 3 takes us inside, more towards organs and blood vessels. It's found in arteries, muscles, even internal organs.
So its benefits are more internal then, heart health.
Yeah, aiding heart health, helping with muscle recovery after you exercise, and it's also important for supporting the gut lining.
Interesting. What are good sources for type 3?
Bovine collagen is often rich in type 3. And maybe surprisingly, things like leafy greens and berries play a role in supporting its production.
Leafy greens. Okay, didn't expect that. What about type 5?
Type 5 is a bit more specialized. Think cell membranes and brain health. It's found in what we call basement membranes.
Basement membranes. What do they do?
They're like filters, basically, helping manage nutrient transport in organs. So type 5 helps support brain development, kidney filtration, and also skin regeneration.
And sources for this one.
Eggshell membrane is a key source here, and also eating fish with the skin on naturally.
Right. One more, type V.
Yep, type V. This one focuses on eyes, the placenta, so important during pregnancy, and even hair follicles.
So eye health, fetal development.
And contributing to hair thickness. For type V, you often see multi-collagen blends recommended, which cover various types. Also foods like spinach and egg whites again.
Wow. Okay, that's quite a detailed map of the collagen family. It really shows how specific they are.
It really does.
So here's where it gets really interesting for me. If someone's thinking, okay, I have some joint aches, or my skin needs help, how critical is it to know which type? Or is a general collagen supplement fine?
That's a really important question. And yeah, knowing the types does empower you.
How so?
Well, a general supplement might offer some broad benefits, sure. But if, say, joint comfort is your main goal, focusing specifically on type 2 sources, like that chicken cartilage or bone broth, is likely to be much more effective.
Right, rather than just taking a general skin collagen and hoping it helps your knees.
Exactly. It lets you target your efforts. Whether it's joints, skin, gut health, you can be much more, well, strategic with your choices.
Yeah.
It moves beyond just guesswork.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we understand the what and the why. The big question now is the how. how do we actually, apply this? How do we naturally boost our own collagen?
Yeah, the practical side. The source material from Green Time Wellness gives some clear pointers. One of the simplest, honestly, is just consistently eating foods rich in vitamin C.
Okay, like oranges, peppers.
Exactly. Citrus fruits, bell peppers, strawberries. Vitamin C is absolutely essential for collagen synthesis. It's your body's process of actually building it.
So feed the body the building blocks.
Precisely. And beyond vitamin C, getting enough zinc and copper is also key.
Where do we find those?
Think pumpkin seeds, mushrooms, even cocoa has some copper.
Okay.
Adding those into your diet helps.
Okay. Anything else lifestyle-wise?
Yeah, two big ones that are maybe less glamorous, but really fundamental. Staying properly hydrated.
Drinking enough water seems basic but crucial.
It really is. And also actively limiting your sugar intake. Sugar can actually damage existing collagen through a process called glycation.
Right, so less sugar, more water, foundational stuff.
Absolutely. And then, of course, for a more direct approach, you can consider those natural collagen supplements we mentioned, marine, bovine, depending on your focus.
That's a great overview. And I like that Green Time Wellness doesn't just stop at the what. They actually give us some recipes, some practical things to do.
Yeah, they make it tangible.
Let's talk about those. They have 3 recipes and some DIY remedies too. First up is this Glow Up bone broth.
Ah, yes, the classic.
Yeah. So they suggest organic beef or chicken bones, maybe about 2 pounds. Then apple cider vinegar, just a couple of tablespoons. That helps pull minerals out.
Right, the acid helps.
Then an onion, some garlic, carrots, celery, sea salt, and herbs like thyme, rosemary, bay leaf. You basically throw it all in a big pot or slow cooker.
Cover with water.
Cover with water, and then the long simmer, 12 to 24 hours.
Patience is required.
Definitely test mine. But they say the payoff is huge. Strain it, and then you can drink like a cup a day or use it as a base for soups and stews.
It's incredibly nutrient-dense, great source of type I and sometimes type 2.
Okay, next, something quicker. The berry collagen smoothie.
Smoothies are always a good vehicle.
Super easy. 1 scoop of your chosen collagen powder marine or bovine, half a cup of frozen berries, a banana for creaminess.
Good potassium, too.
Yep. A cup of unsweetened almond milk or whatever milk you like, and a tablespoon of flax or chia seeds for extra fiber and omega-3s.
Blend it up.
Blend till smooth. Done. Great for skin, hair, gut health, a real all-rounder.
And delicious, too.
Totally. And finally, for snacks, these DIY chocolate collagen energy bites.
Ooh, sounds good.
Right. Rolled oats about a cup, half a cup of nut butter, a 1/4 cup of honey or maple syrup, a scoop of collagen powder.
Getting the collagen in there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Then 2 tablespoons of cacao powder for that chocolatey flavor and antioxidants, and maybe a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Nice touch.
You just mix it all up in a bowl until it combines, roll it into little balls, and stick them in the fridge.
Easy peasy.
Super easy. Have 1 or 2 a day for a little collagen boost. Great for that afternoon slump.
Those recipes are great because they integrate collagen boosting into everyday eating. But they also mention some DIY remedies.
Right.
Things you apply externally.
Yeah, exactly. Supporting beauty and joint health from the outside, too.
Makes sense. What did they suggest?
First, a really simple collagen-boosting face mask. You just need 1 egg white,
Okay.
1 teaspoon of honey, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice.
That's it.
That's it. Whisk them together, brush it on your face, leave it for about 15 minutes, then rinse off. They say it helps tighten pores and give your skin elasticity a little boost.
Egg whites are known for that tightening effect. Interesting.
And then for joints, an herbal joint salve. This one takes a bit more effort, but sounds amazing.
What's in it?
Half a cup of coconut oil as the base, a tablespoon of beeswax to solidify it, then a tablespoon of comfrey or arnica infused oil. Those herbs are great for inflammation and repair.
Right. Traditional remedies often use those.
And about 10 drops of peppermint or eucalyptus essential oil for that cooling, soothing effect.
Nice. How do you make it?
You gently melt the coconut oil and beeswax together, maybe in a double boiler. Stir in the infused oil and the essential oils, then just pour it into little jars and let it set.
And you just massage it into sore joints.
Exactly. Knees, elbows, wherever feels stiff or achy. It's meant to help reduce inflammation and support the collagen in the cartilage directly.
That's a really holistic approach, internal and external support.
Totally. It covers all the bases.
So if we connect this all back to the bigger picture, the main takeaway really is how fundamental collagen is. It's essential for aging gracefully, for staying mobile.
For feeling strong and looking radiant.
Absolutely. It underpins so much of our physical structure and function. It's not just about wrinkles, it's about the integrity of our whole body.
It really is. You called it the scaffolding earlier, and that feels right. It's the architecture of our vitality, isn't it?
A perfect way to put it.
So, by understanding these different types, knowing how they work, and then using these strategies, the food, the lifestyle habits, even these clever DIY things,
You can really take proactive steps.
yeah, you can naturally support your body's strength and radiance from like multiple angles. It's quite empowering.
It is. Small changes can add up.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is this. Think about collagen not just as some supplement powder, but as that underlying architecture of your own vitality.
Hmm.
What's one small, consistent step you could integrate into your routine starting maybe this week to really nurture this essential glue?
What could you do to support that framework?
Exactly. Because experiencing its impact on your long-term health and well-being, that could be profound.